the next one is Ballarat Regional Industries, and unfortunately Mick couldn't be here today. We've been working with BRI through a couple of workshops to help them improve their online marketing. So BRI obviously are in a unique position. They've got quite a range of services that they offer in a competitive industry, in a competitive space, I guess, locally within the Ballarat region. The other challenge that they've got is the fact that they've got the social side of the business in that they employ the people with the disabilities. So what they're trying to juggle is how to be competitive in a commercial industry, or a number of commercial industries, but also juggle the social aspect. And one of the topics that came out of our meetings is they don't just want to be winning work because of the feel-good factor, because people are helping out the disabled community, because they know that in the current marketplace that although that is a nice feeling to have, they still need to be competitive on price, and certainly still need to be competitive on quality of their offering. So they've got no doubt that they can do that, but currently their message and their marketing doesn't really speak to that. So for instance, if you would go to their existing website, it doesn't necessarily speak of the quality of the work that they can produce. It doesn't really give a good overview of the benefits of the type of work that they can produce. All it really does is sell the social side of their business, which, don't get me wrong, is a fantastic initiative, and they're a great business because of that. However, they can't rely solely on that either. So with BRI, we obviously identified some of those issues around that they need to start communicating exactly what they do and treat themselves or externally communicate that message that they are a business that can compete with anyone for their services within the region. So Mick has been to a number of events, so they were obviously introduced to the BNPN project through a number of our other events. The digital manufacturing event he was at. He's also been to, even though they did a number of online marketing strategy workshops with us, he also got his staff as well as the CEO to the BNPN online marketing strategy workshop that we ran just at Oscars last week. So he's really got involved in a number of the events, which has been great to see him involved. Mick's really one of those ones who is trying to champion this. As Marie said, you really, with any introduction of new technology, need someone to put their hand up and say, yep, I'm going to lead this. However, in Mick's case, he's not also going to be there forever. So one of the messages that came out of the workshops that he obviously was communicating to his staff was the fact that there needs to be someone internally there who does take the baton from him, because he can't just keep doing this. So there was a number of their other staff there that obviously are starting to get that message that they need to really start taking a bit of ownership over the work that we're doing with them. So at this stage, I haven't implemented any new technology. What we're really looking to do with them is get them trained up and get them some knowledge around how they can start planning what they need to do in the online space so that message changes. Because from the production point of view, they can do the work and the quality is there. They know that they can compete on price, but there is a big breakdown in the fact that they just can't tell the public about what it is that their capabilities are. So what we're really trying to do is work in that messaging space. So what we've been through in the online marketing strategy is helping them identify who are their core clients. So we've created personas around those core clients, things like their demographic profile, psychographics, their interests, really getting to understand their customer, so who it is that they're actually going to be communicating with, and understanding the customer's needs, their interests, what they're actually looking for, so that when they actually revise their website, when they revise their content, it's actually going to be written to the people who are reading it, not just listing just line after line, dot points of the features of their product or the name of the service that they provide. So it's really trying to get a lot more personal through that online communication. They've also done some competitor analysis, so to look at who are the competitors out there in the space, what are they doing online, what's working for them, what's not, so that they can start to get an understanding of what others in the market are doing. From that stage with the competitor analysis, we also looked at their own internal capabilities. So who is it that from within their organisation can be driving this, who is there that can actually be doing it? Because it's well and good planning to do this much, but if you only got staff that can do this much, then it's sort of a little bit irrelevant. So what they know, what they've been able to establish is who internally can actually drive a lot of this work and who can maintain it, and also who they might need to recruit externally, whether it's through other service providers, to actually help them out and get those other bits and pieces done as well. We've then gone through a stage of strategy with them, so through one of the workshops that we ran, working out what strategies might work for them. So looking at their existing website, that needs, for instance, a refresh. And so we've talked about how they actually go about refreshing their website. Now, what a lot of organisations that we come across do is they just go out to a designer and say, we need a new website. They don't necessarily look at what has worked and what hasn't worked in the past, or looking at that competitor analysis and looking at what does and doesn't work for them. One of the big problems with their existing site is they don't even have basic things like analytics set up. So they had no idea about how much traffic they're getting. They had no idea about how many people are actually inquiring through their website. They just didn't have the basic statistics to work out what their conversion rate is. So without that, it's really hard to say what is working and what isn't working on their site, apart from just looking at it aesthetically and saying, listen, the design could be improved. So one of the things, and it's a really easy fix, is we created them with a free Google Analytics account. We got them the Google Analytics code to send through to their developer, so that over the next month or two we can actually start collecting data about how their existing site is getting used. So when they do look at options for maybe refreshing that website, they've actually got an informed view based on real data, instead of just saying, it's not working, let's just start from scratch and not actually look at that. So that's certainly a big, going to be a big benefit for them, and something that costs them nothing essentially to look at. So, and these are the types of things that we've really worked at, is what can we give you the most value with a limited budget that will allow you to make decisions moving forward, because their existing site is only about 2.5 years old. So looking to do another refresh is quite a quick, there's not a lot of time that they've actually had their existing site for. So they certainly want to make sure that the next time they do it properly, and that they get the impact that they need. So future benefits, I guess, as I said, it's really early to say existing benefits. What it has done is it's certainly got them up to speed with what they need to be doing, and put them in a position to understand how other businesses are marketing online. So we've gone through different methodologies about how they can generate leads. We've talked about what the purpose of their website and a social media presence. We've mapped out a conversion funnel for them, which talks through where their customers and clients come from, how people get introduced to their business online, how they'll communicate online, the channels that they'll actually use to convert those that website traffic from visitors into actual leads and inquiries, and then what they'll do with those leads and inquiries to close a sale. So we've mapped out a conversion funnel for them. So we've essentially set up a bit of a framework that they can then use and say, okay, well, the new site needs to do all of these things for us, okay? And then basically we'll be able to create a bit of a plan based on that framework, as well as the statistics and the analytics that we'll be collecting on their existing site. Future benefits, clearly one of the benefits that they foresee is increased traffic through better traffic acquisition, better conversion rates, and more inquiries. So I guess that's the BRI project that we've been working through, and certainly that is an early stage one, but moving forward, they're certainly given them a lot of insight, and Mick's, I know, sent emails to Ian saying that he's really been appreciated the opportunity to be involved in the pilot, and they're looking forward to I guess taking those next steps.